What is an MCAT diagnostic test? Do you really need to take one, and what is the benefit? I'm going to cover all of these questions and more and tell you everything you need to know about the MCAT diagnostic test. Hi, I'm Nadine Evans, an admissions associate at BeMo Academic Consulting. Make sure you subscribe on whatever social media channel you're watching this from now so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. If you'd like us to help you prepare for the MCAT, click on the link either above or below this video to schedule your free initial consultation. As a quick tip, check out the timestamps in the description of this video to navigate to specific sections of the video that you're interested in. Firstly, you absolutely need to begin your MCAT studying with a diagnostic test that will tell you your baseline score. In other words, what do you know today? Think about it. How can you know what you need to study if you don't have a good understanding of what your strengths and weaknesses are? It's critical to get to know yourself as an MCAT test taker and to do this as soon as possible. The MCAT is also different from exams that you've taken up until this point, both in the length and the amount of content that it covers, so you shouldn't really rely on how you've done on other exams as a proxy. The only way to know your baseline performance is to do a full-length MCAT diagnostic test. Now, what if you don't score well on your diagnostic test? Well, don't worry about your score. The goal is just to understand exactly where you stand. It can be daunting thinking about getting a bad score on this test, and this feeling causes many students to postpone this important step. But this is a mistake. The earlier you take your test, the better you can use the rest of your time preparing for the MCAT. Every day that you delay taking your diagnostic exam is one more day that you are potentially ineffectively preparing for an exam that you're unfamiliar with. So what if you feel that you're not ready to take the MCAT because you haven't reviewed all the content? Well, this is a common mindset that will prevent you from starting your MCAT preparation on the right foot. So yes, you've heard that the MCAT is challenging, but you can't fully understand what it feels like to take the MCAT until you've actually done it yourself. So when exactly should you take your MCAT diagnostic test? It's important to take this test when you're actually ready to start preparing for the MCAT. It's not recommended to take it in your first year of college or at a time when you haven't fully completed the required prerequisite coursework or when you're not ready to really start preparing for the MCAT. Think of the diagnostic MCAT as your first day of MCAT preparation. Only take it when you're ready to start down that path. Now, which MCAT diagnostic is the best? It's essential that your diagnostic is a full-length practice exam that's true to the format and the complexity of the actual MCAT exam. So to start with, you want to make sure that it includes all the MCAT sections, including the CAR section. It's essential that your diagnostic test is one that will allow you to get an approximate MCAT score at the end so that you know where you stand. You can use the score converter to obtain your scaled score from the number of questions that you answer correctly. For your diagnostic exam, it's best to take a full-length practice MCAT from the AAMC website. Take this practice exam in one sitting with breaks and ideally in an environment that mimics test day conditions. This is the best way to ensure that your baseline score is accurate, to see how you cope with the grueling test length, and to ensure that the study schedule you create will effectively address your gaps in knowledge and test-taking strategies. I've included a link in the description of this video so you can find the diagnostic test really quickly. So how do I use my MCAT diagnostic test to design my study schedule? Well, your test results will guide your MCAT preparations by indicating which areas and which question types that you need to focus on the most. Use your diagnostic to start a mistakes log. So throughout your studying, you will need to keep track of questions that you miss and contests that you're struggling with. After reviewing your diagnostic test, can you see any patterns in the types of questions that you are missing or in the content areas that you need to brush up on? By taking this time to reflect on your performance, you can focus on the content review for topics that will allow you to see the most improvement. Most students will need several months to adequately prepare for the MCAT and to complete enough practice to ensure confidence on test day. In addition to your overall MCAT score, take a good look at your performance on the CARS section of the test. Some admissions committees place a great deal of importance on CARS, and all medical schools like to see applicants that can perform well on each of the 4 sections, not just excellence in the science-based sections. So that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you have any questions that I didn't cover. Have you taken a diagnostic test already? Are you happy with your performance? Well, if you'd like us to help you prepare for the MCAT, click on the link either above or below this video to schedule your free initial consultation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.